Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Vintage Iron Man figure, which is a figure we've gotten before, but now he has the lower legs that he was supposed to have from the beginning, so it's a very, very nice thing. It does come in the cool packaging if you want to keep him in the packaging, so that's a cool thing. And if you want to take it out of the packaging, we definitely have some things to talk about, because they're going to matter more if it's out of the package, but some of them will matter even if he's in the package, so you're probably going to want to stick around for that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 6¼ inches, which makes him just shy of 16 centimeters. So yeah, it's arguable that he's too short. Most of the male Marvel Legends figures are much above that now, and even some of the female figures are taller than that. So probably technically too small. That's a problem. Good thing is this is probably the overall best, most popular Iron Man suit ever. Maybe, I don't know if that's true or not, but I know I really like it, and I know a lot of other people do. So it's awesome to get a new version of this that has the better ankles, or better, let's not say ankles, has the better lower legs. That's a very, very good thing. The problem is they screwed up a bunch of stuff. Namely, they didn't paint the lower leg on mine all the way, so mine's totally worthless in that regard. And then the ankles are just a swivel and a hinge. There's no ankle rocker on this guy, so it's going to be very hard to pose him. That's terrible. They didn't fix the hips. The hips are still a vertical ball hinge, which makes it difficult to pose. It's doable, but it's difficult. The shoulder pads still completely obstruct the posing, or they look like crap. So unless the arm's straight out to the side, and even then it's questionable. So that's not good. They painted the chest arc bright yellow. That looks good. That looks terrible. Solid bright yellow. Not good at all. Same thing for the hand. Solid bright yellow. That's not good at all. I mean, I'll even forgive the fact that mine's not painted, because most of you probably won't have that problem. But it's just, why are the ankles garbage? Why couldn't they just put a ball hinge in there? Put in proper ankles like they made these. Make them the right way. It's so disappointing that even on these batches of figures that cost them almost nothing, they still completely phone it in so they can maximize profits and put out as little quality as possible. So disappointing. But this time we get some Repulsor Blasts, which we got in other figures, but now we get them in this figure, and they go in the feet. Maybe he came with them originally. I don't think he did, though. Did he? I don't know. But they go in the feet. They can't go in the hand because we only have the one hand, so you can't shoot a Repulsor Blast. You can only have him flying, which is good enough. I mean, you can put him in a nice pose like this. Maybe we'll put this leg down and then go like this. So we'll pose him a little bit, and it'll be fine. It'll look okay, and the shoulder pad we'll just have to ignore because it's a terrible design. But look, I mean, it's a fine-looking figure. It's okay, but those problems are so frustrating. Why is that bright yellow, solid, opaque, bright yellow? That looks terrible. Why are the ankles so bad? Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, well, let's run through everything else real quick in case you guys haven't seen this figure before. The head doesn't really move that much at all, so I can't even get it to go. Oh, there we go. It's a ball peg, and it doesn't have much range. So what the heck? Like, cheap? Is it cheap? Yes. It's very cheap to make it that way, which is fine, but that doesn't mean it can't function. It can function. Shoulder pads are on a hinge. The shoulders themselves are a reverse kind of ball hinge in that the arms are actually connected to the swivel rather than to the ball itself. So the arm moves around the shoulder ball, which doesn't really matter either way. It's just a unique thing. So it rotates other than where the shoulder pad is. Double jointed elbows give you about 90 degrees. Forearm swivel is fine, but the shape of it is really weird. It's at an angle, and it's sculpted at an angle, so it rotates in a very weird way. The hands are technically interchangeable, but there are no interchangeable hands, so they do pop out. They swivel, they have the hinge, that's fine. Fist hand on this side. Ab crunch is okay. It works pretty well, so I like that. Waist twist is fine. Like I said about the hips, they technically work, even though you get pretty lousy range out of them. It's a vertical joint, so it's going to be a hassle to pose them, but they can be posed, so we'll give them that. The double jointed knees work well enough, so that's fine. We do have a boot swivel. Oh, by the way, the boots have on this side is not as bad. On this side is pretty bad. There's a big gap between the boot and the upper lower leg. So it's so clearly just half-assed. They put these new legs on them, and it's no good. And I know they showed these originally, so maybe they already had the mold, and they just decided to not make it actually good. They just made it good enough. I don't know. And then, like I mentioned, the ankles, they have a hinge in them. They can't go forward, they can go back, and then they rotate, because that's a really useful feature. You know, you really need to rotate your ankle and your shin, because that's how the human leg works. Yeah, it's so disappointing that they took this, which could have been such an easy home run, and made it just another mediocre Iron Man figure. Very, very disappointing, guys. And the fact that mine's not painted properly. Big surprise, I got a defect. There we go. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.